What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over the offensive tackle from Northwestern, Rashawn Slater. But I want to go over the Eagles' offensive line as well. Would the Eagles actually make a move for someone on the offensive line, a trench guy, and just bring him in and, really add to the depth and potentially be a starter? Can we promise that this offensive line is going to be healthy for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2021? I really don't know. Lane Johnson is always dealing with nagging injuries the past couple of years, and he tries to play through them, and then he's out the rest of the year. Brandon Brooks is another one, 2 Achilles injuries. He's come back stronger each time, but that's something else. He's getting paid a lot of money right now, so I don't expect any of these guys to get traded, or I don't expect any of these guys to be released this coming year, but the future is what you're really thinking about. And if the draft board doesn't go too well and the Eagles can't move up in this draft, and I don't know how they can't with the draft picks that they have, but if you want to get Rashawn Slater, you have a very good offensive lineman that is very versatile. Rashawn Slater, if what he's really getting dogged on is his short arms and how he can't be a consistent tackle in the league, which I think is true in some sort of way, but he's definitely solid. He is versatile in a way. He can move all over the place, guys. I mean, Jason Kelce is probably going to retire after this year. He can actually be a center. So his athleticism and his footwork is so good. He could play anywhere on the offensive line. I think Rashawn Slater is going to be a future Pro Bowler. That's definite. And the Eagles could use that. I know that's not the pick that everybody wants. He's 6'3", 315 pounds. And obviously, like I said before, he's got those, short arm span that everyone's kind of going too crazy on, but at the same time, he could play at any position on your line, which is great. That's how much athleticism he has and how much value he has. The more positions you could play, the more value you're going to have to an NFL roster. And I think Rashawn Slater could be that. Now, where would he fit? Would he be there at 12? Would the Eagles, pick, an offensive tackle? Howie Roseman has done pretty well in the trenches, I have to say. Picking Jack Driscoll. Isaac Seumalo is not one of my favorite offensive guards, but, he plays significantly solid and doesn't really get hurt at all either. So I guess that's a plus. Jordan Mailata looks like he could be the starting left tackle. And, you had Halapuli Vaitai during the Super Bowl, after week 5, he took over for Jason Peters and only gave up a sack the rest of the year and played fantastic, and we got a Super Bowl ring because of it. I think in the trenches, we actually played really, we've done really well signing offensive linemen and defensive linemen. I think we've had some short success with some guys, and we've had some pretty good success that the Eagles haven't really took a chance on. I think it really showed me last year when Jack Driscoll came in for the first game immediately, and that was over Matt Pryor. Lane Johnson was out, what was it, 2000? Yeah, for the first game against Washington. Matt Pryor didn't even start at right tackle, and they put Jack Driscoll in there immediately, which really shows that they had some high praise for him. Jeff Stalin is one of the best, probably the best offensive line coach in the whole entire league, and it really does show. We had 14 changes on the offensive line last year. I understand this isn't the pick that everybody wants, but and it's not my favorite as well either. But obviously, with Rashawn Slater, he could play anywhere on the line. And for the future, guys, you have guys that are getting injured a lot. And you have an injury prone offensive line right now. Kelce and Seumalo are the only 2 guys. Besides obviously Jordan Mailata with his short stint being on the line, they're the only 2-3 guys that haven't really been hurt that much. And you have guys in the wings right now ready to compete, and hopefully changes will be made by 2022. I think 2022 you're going to have some changes at that offensive line, where they're going to hold on to Brandon Brooks' contract. I think, Lane Johnson as well. And like I said, guys, the problem that the Eagles have is they hold on to players for too long, and they can't get nothing for it because this is what happens. They hold on to these guys for a longer period of time. You can't get draft picks, hence why we've gotten rid of a lot of veterans on this team. We're going to have a younger team coming 2021 in this season. And then by 2022, you're going to have definitely a younger group, as well. or if they want to get rid of some contracts and want to go into free agency, if that's what they want to do as well, they could do that too. Sorry, I'm frozen. They could do that as well if they want. But with Rashawn Slater, if the Eagles actually pick him at 12, or if they move back, that means that the draft boards didn't go as they planned, and that means that they couldn't get a trade partner, which I think is going to be, I think it's going to be totally impossible to do that. I think that, the Eagles really need to take a chance and be aggressive in this draft. I think it's just inexcusable to have 11 picks. You got 2 third rounders on top of it, and you can't even move up in this draft, plus 3 first rounders next year. Eagles could get rid of a first rounder next year that they think is not going to be an early first round pick, whether Miami's good, is going to be good, or the Colts are going to be good. But, Rashawn Slater would be one of those guys, especially definitely a target for the Philadelphia Eagles. I believe that he is a big target for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think they've brought him in on a visit yet. I don't think that's even happened. I mean, since we know so far, but could play anywhere on the offensive line for where his athleticism could take him. He could play anywhere. And if that's the case, then, the Eagles could draft him. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's not the pick I want, but could be surprised at it, and could be a future Pro Bowler for years to come. So I would look out for this definitely. If the Eagles want to trade back, the Eagles want to stay at 12, whether you're going to get a Barmore, you're going to get a Rashawn Slater, it depends what you want to do. And like I said, guys, if a trench guy is picked, whether it's offensive line or defensive line, it really means that this board didn't go the way the Eagles thought it was going to go. Couldn't get a draft partner. They pick one of these guys, and you solidify your offensive line, because I don't think Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks are going to play here much longer, really soon, because you have some guys in the wings. Nate Herbig can play any guard position. Jack Driscoll is developing to be that future right tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's some really good things here, okay? And Jordan Mailata and Andre Dillard will be in competition for this, left tackle spot this year. So really all you have to look for is a center and a little bit of depth, and you're pretty much going to be set again at offensive line. So look out for that, guys. Other than that, guys, so let me know what you guys think about Rashawn Slater as an offensive lineman, and just what he could do on the field. And do you think, if the Eagles do draft him, do you think that's their primary guy, or do you think that, they only pick him if, the draft board is not going well, which I do think as well. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up, Files 5. Peace out, guys. Peace.